former high office holders, leaders from all walks of life, and members of Family Federation for World Peace, working tirelessly, members of blessed families, religious leaders working within the umbrella of Heavenly Parents' holy community for the sake of an ideal world. Welcome. Seasons have passed, and the propitious time is now upon us. In 5 days, we will be celebrating the most anticipated and the most important holiday in Korea, the Korean Thanksgiving. The people of Korea, as a people who developed through an agrarian society, are a people known for revering heaven, attending heaven, and working tirelessly throughout the year, carefully waiting for the harvest time of the fall and offering thanks to heaven for the bountiful harvest, offering gratitude to heaven. And in attendance to the ancestors, parents and families, siblings gather together, look at the full moon, and prepare for the eternal peace, and engage in various acts of generosity. This was indeed the people of Korea with a beautiful tradition of sharing. Yes, indeed. Humanity. When will humanity return to its original position? Looking at all of the various unexpected phenomena happening around the world, such as natural calamities, in particular, the spread of the COVID-19 virus continues at this moment. This is something that shows that we need to pay attention to what is fundamental. Humanity is currently in a position where it is not completely allowing parent, the creator. Selfishness and various other frailties of human nature have led to human history being a history marked by constant conflict, division, and discord. Even to this day, wars and conflicts continue. However, humanity must return to its original position without fail. To do so, God, the creator of heaven and earth, must stand in the position of parent. Humanity must understand that this is God's original ideal of creation. This time,
코로나
the
바이러스뿐만 아닌
unexpected, unpredictable corona
기후 변화로 인해
pandemic and due to climate change,
집중호우라든지
torrential rains,
강력한
and
태풍이라든지
incredibly powerful typhoons and hurricanes,
산불이
landslides,
끊임없이
wildfires
세계에 도처에서
are
일어나고
happening
있습니다.
ceaselessly around the world.
인간이
Human beings
생명을 유지하는 데 있어서는
need
태양과
the earth,
물과
needs the sun,
공기가
water,
절대로 필요합니다.
and the air and
그러나
water to survive. However,
오늘날의 현상은
when we look at today's phenomena
문명의 발달과
and when we
과학의
look
발달로 인해
at the development, we can see that material life has become more convenient and comfortable.
예기치 못하는
However,
이산화탄소,
the continued emission of greenhouse gases,
대기 오염물질,
the pollution of the environment,
이것은
these
미래
actions
우리의 사랑하는 자녀들이
will severely hamper
건강한
the
삶을
quality of
살 수
life that we
있을까 하는
bequeath onto our beloved future
염려가
generations.
큽니다.
I am profoundly distressed and concerned
오늘을
about
살고
this
있는
point. We who are living here on this earth today,
더 이상의
we can no longer
분열과
engage in
하나
division
될 수 없는
and other initiatives that
욕심을 버려야
bring
합니다.
discord among people. We need to let go of self-centeredness and greed.
피해를 본
For
다면
the nation that suffered the most
미국입니다.
from the COVID pandemic
중국입니다.
is America, then China.
어떻게 해야 되겠습니까?
What shall we do?
백성을 사랑하는 지도자라면
If a leader who loves citizens
이러한 어려움을 당면하여
every time such
많은 인명 피해와
challenges occur and
재물을
countless casualties
잃어버리는
happen when the environment is being
이러한
destroyed,
사태가
when these circumstances happen,
당할 수
preventive measures must be taken
없기에
to prevent
인간 중심으로는
the repetition of such
해결할 수
calamities.
있는 방법이
And
없기에
there are no ways of
하늘의
consistently
음성을 들어야 할
solving
것입니다.
these problems with human endeavors alone. The time has come for humanity to open
과학의
its
발달은
ears to the sound of heaven.
창조의
With the
순리를 놓고 볼
development
때
of
평행을
science,
잃어버렸습니다.
about the ideal world we
모든
seek, greater
천지 만물
inequalities have happened. And when we look at
창조의
all of
순환
creation,
법칙대로 나아가고
creation
있습니다.
operates according
그러나
to the principles of creation.
인간이 방해하지 말아야
However,
합니다.
human beings should not hamper
인간이 더 이상
the peaceful
무지한 자리에서
circle of
본연의
cycle of creation. Human beings
가치를
must once again
잃어버린 자리에서
embrace fundamental values which were lost.
인간의 미래는
And
물론이요
in order to
지구의 미래도
guarantee the future
보장할 수
of
없습니다.
humanity and the future of this earth.
나는
I
더 이상
can no longer
하늘을 기다리며
ask
참아
heaven
나오시는
to
모습을
wait and
뵐 수
endure.
없습니다.
I can no longer see heaven suffer, having to wait and endure.
세계 지도자는
Leaders from around the world
무릎을 꿇고
should kneel
하늘의 소리를
and
들어야 할
open
것입니다.
their hearts to heaven, listen to the voice of heaven.
본래 타락하지 않은 인류는
If human beings had not fallen,
영원성을 두고 창조되었습니다.
human beings were created for eternity.
창조주께서는
The Creator
우리의
is
부모이십니다.
our parent.
부모 앞에
Before
나아갈 수 없는
the Heavenly
인류가
Parent,
되었다는
humanity
말입니다.
cannot return to Heavenly Parent's bosom.
이제라도
Now, even now,
정신을 차리고
let us awaken to
부모님을
this truth.
찾고
And
만나야만
It is only by seeking and
인류의
meeting
미래가 있고
true parents
지구의
that
미래도 있는 것입니다.
we can guarantee a future for the earth and for humanity.
나는
I
이 지구 대륙의 40%가 사막화되어 간다는 말을
heard
들었습니다.
that
가슴 아픈 일입니다.
there are regions around the world where 40% of the region will become desert land in the coming decades.
생명이
This is
살아가는 데
truly
있어서
heart-wrenching,
가장 귀한
and
공기,
in order to
공급이
maintain existence on this earth,
위협을
clean
받고 있습니다.
air, clean environments are being threatened.
그래서 나는
That is why I
13억 인류를 갖고 있는 중국에 말하고 싶습니다.
wish to say the following to China with a population of 1.3 billion people.
많은 인구와 면적을 갖고 있는 중국 안에 있는
In China, which
고비
has
사막을
an incredible population and a vast territory,
과학의 기술로
I hope that the Gobi Desert
녹지화할 수
can be
있다면
turned into a pristine forest by using
영토를
the
넓히기
latest
위해 막대한
technologies
자금을 투입하는 것을
and
사막을
using
녹지화하는 데 쓴다면
national assets to prevent the desertification of the Gobi
이
Desert.
얼마나
If
축복인가를
the desert can be
깨달아야
turned into
할
a
것입니다.
forest, what a great blessing for humanity will this be.
세계 모든 나라들이
When all nations of the world
되시는 하늘 부모님의 자녀가 되는
become the children of Heavenly
그날,
Parent, the Creator, on the
하늘
day when
부모님을
all
모신
of humanity can
진정한
attend God
인류
as the
한
Heavenly
가족입니다.
Parent. That will be the
200여
day
개국이
when we can become one family of humanity under God.
하늘
And
부모님 아래
all 200 nations around the world can stand as one family, and all nations stand as siblings to one
살 수
another.
있는
Then an era of
하나님.
happiness will be ushered in.
오늘을 살고 있는
And
세계 지도자와
leaders
인류들이
living around the world today and all of humanity is
하늘의
invited
음성을 듣고
to make a firm resolve, open their hearts and ears to the voice of heaven. And just
정렬된
as the sunflowers align with the sun,
나라들이 되어서
may all the nations of the world align themselves with heaven's call
진정한
and
인류 평화
realize true
한
peace
가족이
for
될
humanity,
수 있는
form one
그날이 오면
family of humanity under the heavenly parent. May that
모든
day
문제가
come
해결됩니다.
where all problems of
생각해 보세요.
humanity can be solved. Please think about this.
모든 나라들이
When all nations
자기 나라를 지키겠다고
think about
경비에
advancing
투입하는
their
돈이
national interests,
천문학적인 돈입니다.
the tremendous sums of money they pour into national defense
그
or
돈을
the development of military weapons is astounding.
10분의 1이라도
If 1/10 of this
백성을
money
위하여
could be
쓸
used
수
for the sake
있다면
of citizens,
그러한 풍요로운 나라가 된다면
if a nation can live for the sake of its
전쟁을
citizens and
생각할
live
수 있겠습니까?
for the happiness of its citizens, can a nation engage in war?
풍족한
It
나라가
is
되는데
possible to be wealthy and prosperous without
더
seeking
욕심을
to advance the
버려야
cause of war. The time has come to let go of the desire
하늘은
to invest
우리에게
resources into
마지막
weapons.
경고를 여러
Heaven
번
is
주셨습니다.
giving us the final
이제는
warning. Now
더 늦출 수가
we
없습니다.
can no longer delay or postpone heaven's call. The time has come for us to embrace with
한가의
understanding.
보름달을 바라보며
As Koreans look to heaven, to the full moon, revere heaven and thank heaven for the bountiful harvest, when all of the siblings living in different parts of the country gather together, offer gratitude to heaven, offer gratitude to the parents and ancestors, when families, siblings, and neighbors come together and offer gratitude to heaven together, then
그 세계가
this world
걱정과 근심이 없게
will
되는
no longer need to worry or be concerned about the future.
지상 천국이 아니고
It will
무엇이겠습니까?
be the kingdom of heaven on earth. Isn't that so?
다시 말하거니와
I wish to repeat myself.
하늘은
Heaven
우리를 위하여
has
아름다운
created
지구를
this beautiful earth
주셨습니다.
for the sake of human beings.
그동안
Until now,
타락으로
due to the
불효했던
fall,
인류가
humanity has been unfilial. And now,
하늘을 모시는
the time
자리에서
has come for us
회개하며
to repent, to attend heaven,
그 모습을
and to return this earth to the pristine condition in which heaven granted human beings stewardship. The day when we can realize this will be the day of real peace, one family of humanity under the heavenly parent. Please remember this.
나는
I
미국에 주문합니다.
wish to ask of America the following.
미국은
America
하나님이 축복한
is a
나라임에
nation
틀림없습니다.
blessed by God. No doubts about it.
미국만을 위한 축복이
However,
아닙니다.
heaven's blessings to America were not solely for America's sake.
하늘은 미국의 기반을 통해서
God wished
세계
to
인류를
work through America to embrace all of the nations of the world.
그리하여
And in so
기독교
doing,
기반으로서
through the foundation of America's Christianity,
400년이 되는 오늘
400 years have passed since the Pilgrim Fathers
미국은
landed in America.
하늘
And
부모님을 모시는 자리에 서야 할
the
것입니다.
time has come for America to be a nation that attends God, the Heavenly Parent.
인간의 무지로 인해서
Due to the ignorance of human beings,
망가뜨려진 지구를 버리고
the earth
우주로
is
갈
being
생각을
destroyed.
할 것입니까?
Going to space will not solve this problem.
모든 과학의 기술을 통해서
Using all of the
우선
technologies that
우리가
science
살고 있는
has developed, let us first focus on becoming proper stewards of creation, restoring the earth to the pristine condition under which God wished human beings to flourish and prosper. This is the responsibility we have as God's children.
창조주 하나님을 생각할 때 우리는
When we think of God, the
자연을
Creator,
사랑해야 됩니다.
we need to love creation.
내가 이 천정궁의 동산을 거닐 때에
When I walked around the mountains
벌나비들이
in Cheonjeonggung, I could
흔하게
see
볼 수가 없었습니다.
that there were no butterflies that were
그래서
present in the
나는
past.
정원을
And that is
가꾸고
why
꽃을 가꾸게
built
됐습니다.
I opened a garden and I
그랬더니
planted many flowers.
어디서 날아오는지
And a few months later, unbeknownst to me,
벌
so
종류들이
many
수십
bees,
종이 되는
dozens
벌들이
of different varieties of bees came and
꿀을
were busy
알고
collecting
있었습니다.
the pollen and the nectar
얼마나
from the flowers.
기다렸는가.
Looking, I waited in great anticipation to see these bees and butterflies return to this garden in Cheonjeonggung. And when we look at creation, we can see that the self-centeredness and selfishness of human beings is bringing great destruction to the world. Our initiatives can make a great difference in how well creation flourishes. Until now, we have not been the proper stewards of creation.
계절이 바뀌어
When the
아침,
seasons
저녁으로는
changed,
쌀쌀합니다.
in the
그런데도
morning and in the evening it is cool while the daytime is warm. Nonetheless, I can see bees working tirelessly from morning till evening.
나는
I
우리 강산이
hope that the mountains and the rivers of
모든
Korea
나라들이
and all the mountains and rivers around the world can flourish and teem with life and help the flourishing and happiness of human beings worldwide. Remember that building the kingdom of heaven on earth
만들어
lies with
나갈
you.
수 있기를
I hope that we can
간절히
work
바랍니다.
together in earnest to build the kingdom of heaven on earth. When we look at humanity's population, which is 7.7 billion people, in 2050 it will be about 100 million years old. However, due to climate change, the areas where people can live are now diminishing. Now,
더 이상의 욕심을 버리고
Let us
본연의
let go of selfishness and greed.
아들의
Let us embrace the noble endeavor of becoming God's original children, and let us restore the earth to the pristine condition God intended for human beings before it is too
하늘
late.
부모님께서 내가
Heaven,
얼마나 이 날을 참고 기다렸다.
I wish to tell Heavenly Parent, I have waited so long for this day, and until the day when we can be recognized by heaven, please once again I beseech of you to do your best to become God's beloved children.